entertainment news show that's guaranteed to rock your world. Let's get started with some of our hot topics. All right, guys. Megan Fox's new movie, Jennifer's Body, bombed at the box office despite having an Oscar-winning screenwriter. What's the deal?
Well, I obviously think the problem is Megan Fox. I mean, it doesn't matter if you put in a girl to this movie, like, all she's good for is being oiled up in Transformers.
She's not good for anything.
Yeah. She's like a Vaseline ad, honestly.
You just like her because she's hot.
Yeah, I do like her because she's hot. But let's be real. The premise of this movie was awful. You could put Tom Cruise in it, you could put Julia Roberts in it, and it doesn't matter because it's a movie about a girl who turns into a demon and attacks people.
It doesn't matter how hot she is, no guy is going to be like, yes, I want to see her kill men. Like, it does not matter. This was an awful thing from the very beginning, and I really do not think any actor, any serious actor, would read this script and be like, yes, I want to be a part of this movie specifically.
Well, it's hard to take any movie seriously when there's, it's a horror and kind of, a comedy. It's kind of like, what do you get? And then you get this girl who's pale, supposed to be hot, but she's a disaster.
She's hot, but let's be real. Diablo Cody followed up Juno, an Oscar-winning movie, with Jennifer's Body.
I
know. It was kind of doomed from the start, I think.
They should have just called it Megan Fox's Body. I mean,
Jennifer probably sold better.
Obviously, so you might as well just be like, Megan Fox's Body, and then just do a bunch of shots.
Well, you know what?
Well, what do you guys
Bros
think?
would have gone to see it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Megan Fox, just like in general?
I think she is hands down the corniest girl. I hate it when beautiful girls cry because your life is not that hard. And I don't know if you guys read it, but there's a new Cosmopolitan article, and inside of it, like, her quotes are like, I don't like to be seen, and I'm insecure with my looks. And you're just like, aren't you on the top of every like hottest list?
And then she's like bending over motorcycles and Transformers. I mean, don't look at me, but look at,
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but...
And, I mean, her acting chops are maybe, they're mediocre at best. But let's be honest. She was pretty funny on the season premiere of SNL, and she kind of lampooned herself. I think she's got a little bit more to offer than we're giving her credit for.
Yeah, and wait, couldn't she be a vampire? She glistens in the sunlight, but she's pale, so she tries to avoid it. I don't know, just giving that Twilight sense into her. Maybe I'm not surprised she has an audition for that already.
I just think if she wasn't so good looking, there wouldn't be the hype, and I think Jennifer's Body was an awful idea to even start with.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird people and freaky things, have you guys heard about the new Michael Jackson movie? This Is It?
This is it.
I don't know. I think like Michael Jackson is the king of pop, and it is a tragedy that he passed away. But honestly, like, MTV changed to like NJ Jams, all that stuff, like. Cube 93 back at home, like on the West Side, only played Michael Jackson for a few days. I think we really, really have paid tribute. I mean, even like the VMAs opened with Madonna talking about their relationship and all that stuff. I think it's kind of like, we have given our respect to MJ.
Let's be real. His music is actually awesome, but he was a whack job. And people are kind of figuring that out now.
Like, I couldn't stand him, and then when he passed away, I was like, okay, he's not that bad. I mean, a lot of people are like, well, yeah, but he molested kids, and then some people are like, well, he was never...
support his music.
It's like Chris Brown beating Rihanna, It's like, well, he's a good artist, but he beats women, so.
Exactly. I just think it's kind of played out. Like, it would have been better if this would have, like, started in production right off the bat, but never, like, not now. Anyway, speaking of really strange movies, I think a good one coming out would be about
Michael Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. Capitalism, a love story.
Yeah, well, that's a very interesting thing. But we're gonna take a break, and another artist will be featured on our beat when we come back.
I've been doing spray paint for the last 3 years. I was a biotechnology major when I first came to WSU, and I started in spray paint artwork, and it just became a lot more fun. And I really got into this passion project. I cut nice stencils to make my pictures with postal board and X-Acto knives. A lot of them have lasted with me for the last few summers. This one's 3 years old. Nice people's painting. In school, I was really into ceramics. I started on the wheel a lot. but I didn't really see that as quite as much of a feasible way of living. But with the paintings, everybody has blank walls, and everybody can hang up at least one thing in their house. With these records, and I paint on a lot of larger records for people 3 and 4 inside. This is my stencil collection. I've got about 70, 80 stencils, so varying sizes from big to small. You might see me here on campus driving a giant tie-dye van with a smiley face on the side. I may be doing the Moscow Saturday Market through the end of October, the last few shows that she's on. If you put it, use your old spray max. And then take a quick Dave Matthews. Go to my website, speechpirates.net. It's got some other fun at it. You can always find me on Facebook.
That's some great stuff. So did you guys hear about Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom?
Yes, engaged or married.
Married
Married.
now.
Everything happened so quick. I just went.
Well, they've only been dating for a month.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe they rushed it a little bit down the aisle. What do we think the over/under is on how many months until they get divorced?
I think it's true love at first sight. You know.
please.
I'm
Oh,
actually-
Oh, not
Are
in
you
Hollywood.
It's the
You're the type of person that's
Kardashians.
going to get married in Vegas, probably.
Okay, maybe I already have. So we just won't talk about that.
No, I think that it's so
Engaged.
strange that there's all these quotes in, like, saying how our family's so supportive, how they're so good together. Of course you're good together. You've only been together for the first month. You're still on your best behavior.
Your whole honeymoon phase, living around your mom.
Yeah, well, now they really are on their honeymoon,
Yeah.
probably.
It's like, you know what? Maybe just a bad choice. That's all I have to say about that.
It's a mistake. Well, you know, speaking of another mistake, Courtney is pregnant.
Whoa.
Yeah, with
I mean,
her
did you
cheating
see that?
boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. I know. Did you see the episode where she's like,
No.
Scott and I had sex, and then she's telling Chloe, she's like, and you didn't use a condom. What happened?
Why is my stomach larger?
Yeah. She's like, I'm so sick, and I just don't know why. Let's like rewind a couple days ago. Oh, yeah, at least I remember.
I just think that if you broke up, you should probably stay broken up. And now that you're having a love child,
Let's bring a kid into the world.
I don't know. We can't stand being around each other, and you don't really like me that much, so we broke up. But let's have a baby.
Yeah.
It's rough stuff, honestly. But let's be honest here. It's like I will never ever be keeping up with the Kardashians at any point in my life.
Oh no.
This was literally the synopsis of an episode of Chloe and Courtney Do Vegas. It was, and I quote, Courtney's ex-boyfriend Scott makes a surprise visit. The sisters consider firing an employee. So these people are just doing regular human stuff and hanging out
Yeah.
and getting filmed for it.
I mean, if I was a multimillionaire, maybe somebody would put me on TV.
God bless America.
I know. Yeah.
Only the
I mean, what does it take to get on TV these days? A love child, lose a bunch of weight. They're all over all the
sex
tabloids
tape.
right now. Sex tape.
They got famous for hanging out at parties.
That's awesome.
Watch out, Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
And we gotta start filming the Coug. I don't know. Next local celebrity.
Well, I mean, I just feel like pregnant maybe is a new thing. Like Giselle's pregnant right now.
It's true, but that's like kind of out of marriage. She's
Yeah.
been dating Tom Brady for a long time, and that's just going to be a good-looking
Yeah, they're
child.
married.
So
That's
frankly,
going to
I'm
be
okay
an
with it.
amazing child. We're either looking at, a stellar athlete, another model, or maybe we can have like a combo. There's probably going to be a fashion line somewhere in there. Like, a lot of